What's up, fam? Welcome to the Street Lawyer Podcast. Here we are. It's May 15th. And we're at SLS Dispensary. We're in Baltimore City right now. And we are very lucky to have the guest we have tonight. We've got Ramiro Restrepo in the house. Now, some of you may have heard of him. If you're really classy and rich and you're into horse racing, then you definitely know him. Because this man won the Kentucky Derby. We're going to talk to him all about it. This is Ramiro Restrepo. And after I introduce him, I'm going to talk about the special connection I have with him. Ramiro, welcome.
Lonnie Letterman, what's going down?
Yo, what a thrill, man. I'm so glad you're in town. I know you're a sought-after podcast guest these days.
It's been cool, man. I've been on a couple horse racing related ones.
I mean, so, okay, he won the Kentucky Derby. Now, you know, that's the one that everybody puts on these dresses, wear these big hats, and goes like the most special event ever. And this guy won it. Now, this guy I know from the streets of Miami. Of course, I'm from Miami, and we grew up together in Miami, and we were getting into the same kind of shit. And then all of a sudden, this guy comes, I won the Kentucky Derby. So, what do you do? You're not the racer.
I'm not the jockey.
No, you're not the jockey, so...
But look, like if this was basketball, I'm the GM. I'm Pat Riley with the Miami Heat.
You're freaking...
I create the team.
Right.
I find the talent. I manage the salary cap. I have a Mickey Arison owner, and I hire Eric Spoelstra, the coach.
And you own the team.
And I control the team, and I manage the team. Now, in some cases, I'll stay in as part owner. But my prominent job, I'm the talent evaluator, the talent scout, the GM and president of a sports team where my athletes are the racehorses.
So, but like when people say like who won the Kentucky Derby, they talk about the horse, and then they talk about you. They don't really talk about the jockey as much.
Jockeys are super important. They're the race car drivers.
The race car driver.
The people who own the horse always get,
But
the horse itself get the.
But you know what?
Get the hype.
What's weird is like for the NBA, for instance, right? Like people know LeBron, but not everybody knows the owner of the team.
Right.
But in horse racing, it's different because I guess the jockey would be equivalent to LeBron, or no, the horse would be equivalent.
The horse doesn't speak.
The horse doesn't speak.
So you have to be.
Or you have to train them to speak, right? No. Remember Mr. Ed?
There's no Mr.
Was
Ed here.
that wasn't real? Damn.
No, but you have to be the one to be like the microphone for the horse, and you have to kind of communicate what the horse is feeling, how the horse is performing, and give the excuses or give the positive news for the horse.
Now, it ain't about training the horse. It's about getting the right horse.
Yeah, like with
Or
anything,
what?
you need the talent. The horse has
The
to
talent?
have the talent and the ability, and then the person who trains it has to bring it out in them.
Okay.
And they have personalities just like humans. Some are hardworking, some are lazy, some enjoy competition, some shy away from it. And it's up to the trainer to bring out those characteristics that make them the best competitor.
So sometimes you buy a horse, right? And then you got to race in a few months.
It just depends on when you buy him, but you can race as soon as a month from buying him, or sometimes you have to wait a year plus for him to run.
And you got like guys training the horses throughout the, like, do you have a trainer?
Brother, every day they're in a routine. Like an NFL athlete, an NBA athlete, they're training every day.
So like, are you like checking up on the trainers? Like, yo, did what's your best horse?
So
The winner.
Last year, Mage.
Mage.
The winner of the 2023 Kentucky.
I can't believe that, bro. When I saw your ass with that trophy, I knew you were involved in this, you know, but and then I knew you were at the Kentucky Derby, and then I see you, you know, I'm following your Instagram, you know, and all of a sudden you're holding the trophy. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, it's amazing, like he's in that mix.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro,
Then you won that shit.
Bro, Lonnie's been around 150 years. Statesman, Forbes, Fortune, international sheiks,
Yeah.
kings,
Right.
ambassadors,
Yeah.
actors.
You rub elbows with like.
Everyone has tried to win that race. Some of them have won it, and other everyday men have won it. And you could say that.
But it's something you could spend your whole life, all your money in the world, trying to win, and you won't win it.
And you won't win it.
Wow, man. So, hey, we got a little puppy situation. So, how did you win it?
So.
And you're young compared to most people who win it, no?
100%, man. I mean, I went to an NFL combine of horses.
Yeah.
In 2022, and here in Timonium, Maryland, actually. And looked at 800 prospects.
Well, that's why you're in town.
That's why I'm in
You're
town.
looking at horses.
I'm looking at horses, trying to find the next champion.
Wow.
So I went to this sale here in Maryland in 2022, and I identified him as my top pick. He went into the auction ring, and I bought him for $290,000. Mind you, the record that year was for a horse that went for $3.2 million.
So he wasn't even expensive relative to
the other ones that were in that sale. I mean, you could say he was like a fourth-round draft pick.
So what did you see in him?
Well, I knew his family, I knew his father, I knew his mother, I knew what kind of racehorses they
Right.
were. And when I saw him, he reminded me like a carbon copy of his dad. And then the ability that he showed in the combine and the drills.
Well, but here's my question. Why didn't one of those guys at the 3.2 million, what did you see that he didn't see, right? Because if there were just obvious qualities, hey, his mom and dad are healthy, hey, he's doing great in the combine, then why the hell didn't the 3.2 million guy?
Because in human terms, there was a lot of horses there that were
That were
6'3", 6'4", with six-pack abs.
Right, everybody at the NFL combine is an amazing athlete.
Amazing athlete.
Right.
But this guy was about 5'10", 200 pounds. So he was a little lighter,
Right.
a little shorter. And everybody else, to other people, deemed to be a lot bigger, faster, and stronger.
I see.
So I couldn't go for the obvious. I had to find something that had a little bit of a...
Did you know, like, wow, this horse, or were you like, this is a good horse, like another horse I bought, and then he happened to
I
win?
thought he was a very nice horse with a lot of talent.
Right, but you weren't like...
You can't judge heart, fight, and design.
You weren't like, when you got him, you're like, oh, this is definitely going to be the winner of the Kentucky
Kentucky
Derby.
Derby,
No. Got it.
But I
got
thought
it.
he was going to be a good horse.
Yeah, right.
It was a surprise and a ride of a lifetime that he took us on. Yeah.
So now, but that horse could only win it once.
Correct.
So
Every
now,
year, 20,000 horses are born, and by the time they turn 3, they have the qualifying period from August of their 2-year-old year into May of the following year to make it to the Derby. So
Okay.
it's about an 8 to 9 month qualifying process to make it to the Derby, and there's a series of races that there's a point system attached to finishing first, second, third, or
Okay.
fourth. And then by the end of the time period to qualify,
Right.
you'll know 1 month out who the top 20 horses of the 20,000 were that
Okay.
could make it into the Kentucky Derby. So just having a runner to be 20 out of 20,000 is a huge deal, bro.
Right.
I mean, the odds, do the math.
the odds.
You know,
So then, what happens when they turn?
there are
3.
other huge races.
Okay,
that they can
but not
run.
the Kentucky Derby.
Not the Kentucky Derby, but there's other big races all over the country and
That they can
abroad.
still-
That they go to Saudi,
Right.
they go to Dubai, and you chase that prize money in those big races.
Hold on one sec. We got a puppy situation. He's eating the wires. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, though. That's the thing. All right. We got. Excuse me. Could you grab the puppy? He's eating the wires. You guys can cuddle with him. So anyway, as we were saying, in video that's funny. Audio, like, what the hell's going on? You know. So, how the hell did you get into horses?
I'm 5th generation, huh?
Your family was in a horse.
My great-great-grandfather, my great-grandfather, my grandparents, my
Were they in
mother,
this business or just liked horses?
They were in horse racing only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
horse
okay.
racing. They did a lot of other things. They were jockeys. They were trainers. Some of them owned. They were horse breeders.
In Miami, did you ride
No,
horses?
Man, in New York, my family, but in Miami we just raced down at Gulfstream Park, Hialeah Park, and Calder.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So you
man.
grew up with this?
Bro, all the way around it. But
So that's what your family did?
that's what my family did. But I'm the first one that's like a Jerry Maguire, Pat Riley.
You took it to a next level, bro.
I saw another aspect in it, man. Yeah.
Uh-huh. God damn, boy. So, are you recognized for this? Like, do you walk around the street, anybody recognize you, or
I mean, in cities or in horse racing events,
horse racing events for
it'll be
sure,
pretty
right?
cool. People stopping you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten autograph requests, selfie requests.
Ladies throwing their panties at you, DMing you and shit.
Nah, but it's cool.
Must
man.
be nice.
It's always nice to be told you're,
I
get a
mean,
little attention,
Look, bro. I mean, it's the biggest. I mean, it's winning the Super Bowl. I can't believe it, bro.
Well, being in the Super Bowl, winning the NBA championship, the World Series.
Fucking SOB, man. And then I see you, and you're everywhere around the world wearing nice suits and shit, man.
So I chased this horse racing game in 13 countries. So I spent half the year traveling, man. England, France, Ireland, South Africa, Australia, Uruguay, Chile, Brazil.
Wow, dude. And what country is horse racing like the biggest, would you say?
So, look, tradition-wise, England and France is where the game began, along with Ireland, and they still have an amazing product.
Yeah.
But as far as 2024, with the way that things are modern, the stadiums, aka the racetracks, the young people that go to the races that are dressed to the nines, and the beautiful women, Australia and Japan are doing it large.
Really?
They're the ones that are doing it the way that I wish the rest of the world would follow.
What, like, what's it like?
It's like going to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
You know, you have hundreds of thousands of people. That 21 to 35.
Oh, it's a young hip thing.
It's a young hip thing.
Because here it's not like that,
Look,
is it?
Horse racing in America, along with baseball and boxing, were the big three going back to the 1900s.
Right.
Because
Right.
horse racing was the only thing you can bet on. Period. So it caught everyone's attention, but as time goes on, other sports start blowing up. So
Right.
that's why the NBA is what it is, and
Well, and then
NFL is
also,
what
I
it
mean, think
is.
about horse racing. You know, it's not very, you know, it's hard to get involved. You know, me, I could go play basketball anytime I want. Go find, I don't even need a ball. Go to a court, wait on the side. You need another man, I'm in.
Correct.
Horse racing, how do you even get involved? I mean, you have to seek it out, and it's I mean,
So and you know what the difference is about in America is there's no league, there's no NFL league, there's no NBA league office, so there's no one that's directly in charge of marketing and promotions,
Right.
and trying to be.
so it's just
all-
like individual races.
It's private entities that own the private racetracks,
Right.
and whatever marketing they do locally is what captures the public's opinion. So that's why people in Miami think that there's only the Pegasus, which is like a big day of racing. Celebrities will show up.
Right.
Or in Kentucky, you say Kentucky Derby, but there's Racing 365
Most people only know about the Kentucky Derby,
people
or
just
now
know-
here they know about Pimlico.
and the Preakness, which has been
The
around for a long
Preakness,
time.
right.
But there's racing year round, and
I hear the
think
Preakness like is wild.
it's a wild party. Jack
Harlow? What is
is
it?
performing at the Preakness.
When is
this
that?
Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday.
This Saturday.
Are you
I'll be going. I'm not competing in it, but
Okay.
I'm going as a guest.
as a man front row right there, huh?
We'll be
right,
all right.
right next to the Pope, Barack Obama, and the Queen, huh? So they're all sitting together over there. But Preakness, like I heard, it's like Mardi Gras kind of vibe.
So like, there's two parts of the race. There's the infield,
Uh-huh.
which is where they have the huge concert stage, and bro,
Wow.
thousands of people show up
I
there.
heard people get drunk.
It's like a Woodstock or like a Wallapalooza, and they have a hell of a time. And then you have the racetrack side and the tents, which are a little more buttoned up, but
Okay.
still, it's a lot of fun, man.
But like, is that more wild than the Kentucky Derby?
It's just there's less people, but it's a little more of a chiller vibe.
What is?
The Pimlico, the pre.
Oh, it is. So Kentucky Derby is more wild.
It's just there's more people. It has room
people.
for more people.
But is it
And
like crazy vibe, like
both of them
Preakness?
have great energy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, man.
No, but I heard it's like women flashing and all kind of things.
The Preakness gets a little more wild than the infield.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah. The Preakness.
Where do the girls fly? So, you know, that sounds like fun, and I hear people talk about it, you know, especially out here, that they're going to Preakness. Or, you know, you see all of a sudden, lately I've been seeing more Kentucky Derby. All of a sudden, everybody's Kentucky
Like
Derby
last
with
year,
their...
Drake went to the Derby. Jack Harlow went to the Derby.
Right.
Tom Brady goes to the Derby. Aaron Rodgers goes to the Derby.
Now, do you talk to those guys when you're there? I mean,
You know, man, everybody's in their own zone.
right, you're like, okay, I ain't Tom, but I won this shit, so what's
Like,
up?
look-
Like, you're here, you're famous, but I won this shit.
Well, look, when you go out to the clubs, like let's say we're from Miami. We went out to the nightlife in Miami. We've been to venues in Miami where there's celebrities.
But I only went to venues where there were no drugs. Okay? So,
But, like, you don't bother celebs at the club. You know, they're enjoying their night. You're enjoying yours.
I usually offer them sexual services and just take it from there. So, my brother. So, now here's a personal story. I ran into Ramiro in the year 2000 in Barcelona, Spain. We hadn't talked for probably a year or so. I didn't know what he was doing. And I was studying abroad, and I see him on the train, on the metro in Barcelona, Spain. Wow.
Just crazy, man. How
24 years ago, just randomly see you.
random, man. We knew each other as kids at tennis tournaments.
And then how did we run into each other? We're like,
just Lonnie Bramson. What the fuck are you doing here in Barcelona?
yo, man. So,
and then a couple more years went by, like 20 years went by.
yeah, and then
And we ran each other back home in Miami.
yeah, Miami, man. So you live in Miami still?
I'm still there. I've been in Brickell for like a good part of 8 years.
But why would you live in Brickell? There's such ugly girls there. So, so Miami's still your spot?
Miami's
or what?
home. It's a nice place to cool out. But since 2018, I'm on the road half the year. 6 months
So
abroad.
it doesn't even matter where really.
Yeah, it's just Miami is just like I'm close to my brothers, my mom. That's there.
Like, where is there another city you'd rather live in?
I think I'm gonna end up retiring in Amsterdam.
Really? That much you love? What do you love about it?
Just it's the people are really nice. It's a clean city.
Yeah. I hear there's less weed now. Is that true? Or there's just weed everywhere?
No, people just it's such a part of the culture.
Right.
That it's just not a big deal that's even happening. You know.
Correct.
Here we're still like in shock.
Right, it's all excited. I remember though, it was like a big deal when I went there. You know, the cafes, and then I had a prayer. I wouldn't walk around the street. People were like, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to smoke on the street." It was like a cultural thing. Like, you don't smoke on the street. You just smoke in the cafes.
Yeah, and now a lot of these cafes are really cutting edge, man. You go there and it's like walking into an Apple store. And they have food and drink and espressos and just a chill, modern, cutting edge environment where you can work. You can read your iPad or listen to podcasts and just
do
chill
it,
out and enjoy your day.
Yeah, and well, that's sort of that's the model for the weed cafe. You know, Amsterdam. But now I hear like Barcelona has even more than Amsterdam. I heard.
Incredible. I haven't been back to Barcelona.
Yeah. So, but that culture is different because I feel like America started just like this dispensary culture, which is basically just pick up and go. And Amsterdam didn't start like that. It started with the cafes, you know. So now they're trying to do that more, but there's.
Are they trying to do that here in America?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some jurisdictions, Colorado, Nevada. They got weed cafes. You can go in there in L.A.
I went to Woody Harrelson's place.
In L.A., right?
In LA.
I want to go.
That was cool.
That was
cool.
The Woods. Is it called the Woods or something?
Woods, I believe, something like that.
You know what's crazy?
That's a really dope spot.
I've been wanting to visit, but what's crazy is when I had that cafe in New York, the Weed Cafe, we had for a little while on the Lower East Side. Woody Harrelson would drop his daughter off at law school, and he would stay in the Lower East Side, and he would spend hours at our cafe. Hours, talk to our people, smoke there. That was crazy, and then I saw him on the street one time. Woody Harrelson, crazy story. I was in Lower East Side for my shop, my cafe there. You never went to that one in New York, yeah. And I see Woody Harrelson. He's walking in front of me because he's always in the Lower East Side because that's where he stays to drop his daughter, visits his daughter in college and stays there. And he's walking with his wife. I say, excuse me. I go, hey, Woody. Turns around, I go, what? How's it going, man? Hey, look, I heard you went to my, spent some time in my spot. Thank you so much for coming by. He's like, wait a minute. That's your spot? I go, yeah. He goes, you're the street lawyer? I'm like, yeah. He's like, so great to meet you. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Bro, that's what happened, you know? But anyway, and he was like humble as shit. He would go and hang out with the bud tenders at my place for hours, bro. Isn't that crazy?
You think he got a little bit of inspiration for his place?
No, I think it was a yeah. That's high level shit.
It is a cool spot.
Yeah, and so you don't drink though. Not really, right?
Not much of a drinker. I mean, I drink a little bourbon here and there.
Okay, well, bourbon, yeah.
It's Kentucky. Kentucky's become like my second home. I go to Kentucky.
You like it there?
6, 7, 8 times a year for the racing-related stuff.
What do you go? Stay on like the penthouse suite of Kentucky or what, bro?
You just visit a lot of farms, man. A lot of farms. A lot of old school.
You just rent cars or something? Do you have a driver? Huh? Come on, man. I want to hear it. I want you to have a driver, man.
The lifestyles of the newly rich.
Yeah, bro. I want to hear about the driver. Yeah. Don't be like, nah, Toyota pickup truck. Shut the fuck up with that. Hey, I just made $1 billion. What kind of car do you drive? Toyota pickup truck.
Now, Lonnie, you know what I've never been a materialistic person.
Yeah.
What my thing is, the one thing I've splurged on in life, is travel.
Travel,
I'm
right?
up to 33 countries. I'm gonna hit up Egypt and Morocco next month.
Traveling, that's where.
That's my thing, man.
Yeah.
I want to go see this planet from.
I know.
Go around the world.
And you have the opportunity to.
And that's.
I need to do more of that.
That's what I'll do, bro. That's where my.
You've
money
already
goes
done
in.
so much of that.
And I want to keep.
It
going.
makes you want to travel more, huh?
You know, there's a guy that we grew up with. You know, Danny Tapia.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. I played tennis with.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Danny's about to hit 100 countries.
really? What's he up to? Is he in Miami though?
He's based in Miami.
Next time I go to Miami, we all got.
He's another guy that's on the road.
He's cool as shit.
He's done some stuff with art, with music.
Really?
But that's his thing too, man. We've linked
100
up a few
countries.
times.
Is he?
He's just travel the world.
But you do that when you're single, right? I mean, you can't be married and do that shit, right?
Or find someone that has that flexibility.
Unless she's doing that too,
Yeah.
traveling with her. But then you're bringing Santa to the beach. Because look, traveling's fun with somebody, but it's also fun when you travel to meet
And that's what I do,
somebody.
yeah.
And like when you get involved with somebody, I don't even mean get involved, but just have a couple nights with a local. That's when you learn about the culture. You go around with them, you
see
know,
what the city's all about.
right? Rather than like just go with your tourist girlfriend or wife, or. But that's pleasant too. Okay, so then what's next for you? You just gonna keep freaking doing this, buying more horses, just trying to win these damn races, or what?
100%, man. We're trying to conquer the derbies of England, of France, of Ireland. of
Have you won any
Australia.
others besides the Kentucky?
So there's a year-end championships in America. It's like our Olympics. It's called the Breeders' Cup.
Breeders'
It's the
Cup.
Year-end championship.
Yeah.
We won one of those in 2019. And
Okay.
that was like,
So that really
put
put
me
you on the map, right?
Yeah.
So people kind of looking out
We're
for.
like, all right, the kid is going on. And then there's other high-level races that we've been in the mix.
Yeah.
I've gone to run a big race in Dubai, ran third. So I got a bronze medal. If you think of it
Wow.
that way, in Dubai. But now more than ever is when we're starting to challenge abroad.
So let's get like what at these places are there like a bunch of women there waiting? I mean, what
I see the theme, the pattern here. Like,
you're
all
like?
the women.
There's no women. There's never women. There's God, the church, and my heart. That's about it.
Nah, man, it's a lot. Look, the
It's-
beautiful thing is you go to these cities.
I mean, I know you're a gentleman, but what is everybody else doing?
Lonnie, the beautiful thing about travel when you go to these races, the races are as fun as going to an NBA game or to like an NFL
So
game.
it's just awesome.
It's a
It's
great
just
environment, and you see everybody. There's girls, fun people there,
Right.
music,
right.
enjoying the night.
My
enjoying
God,
the
what a
day.
life you live, bro.
Pretty cool, man. I
That
love
is
what I do.
so freaking cool, man.
I chase my passion. I love what I do. When the good times are happening, you're on top of the world.
Yeah.
And because you love it, when there's bad times, because there's always going to be challenges in anything,
Yeah, right.
you're willing to fight for it because you love it.
And that's fun too because you know all success is not fun. You can't just be successful all the time and win everything. That's not life. You know, life is the roller coaster.
100%.
And you know, even if you're winning, the roller coaster's still going on in your mind. But I always said, like, of course, life's about the journey, right? Not about, oh, I won the Kentucky Derby. Okay, then what? What, are you going to kill yourself?
Yeah, what do you
So
want
no,
to
the
retire?
journey, right?
No way.
So achieving that is not the best moment. The best moment is the path that leads to that and the path that continues.
Look, for 40 years, I heard my uncle, my two uncles and my grandfather say, it was like, because they were the guys, they were the blue-collar guys.
Yeah.
They would say, I want to bring a horse to the Kentucky Derby. 40 years, that's all I heard.
That's-
over and over again.
wow.
And guess what? It never happened.
Right.
Grandpa died. One uncle's in his 80s, one is in his late 70s.
Yeah.
They're retired, and they're just living out their life, unfortunately.
Right, right. It ain't
So
happening.
when we qualified, I was like, I called them up, and I said, I'm inviting you to the Derby so you can experience it. because
Wow.
They were the ones that taught me
Yeah.
everything that I know.
Yeah.
So to have my family there with me who put in 60 years of their lives to this
Unbelievable.
lunch pail, punching the
Unbelievable.
clock every day.
Wow, it's so deep.
Having them there.
That is so fucking deep, bro.
That if there's an upstairs, like we pray that there is,
Were they
Grandpa's
like?
looking down
were,
saying the kid did it.
were they like when you call?
It was dreams fulfilled, man. It was a dream
Holy
fulfilled. So when you say a
shit.
journey, it's a 40-year journey, bro.
Wow. You know, I knew it was deep, but that shit is on another level of deep because you're your family for generations dreaming of this. God damn, bro. Freaking, you're a fucking man. Anyway, yo, what a session, man. This is Ramiro Restrepo. Look him up. How can somebody get in touch with you? You're an eligible bachelor, right?
At Ramiro Restrepo is my Twitter.
Yeah.
You can shoot me a shot, or Marquee Bloodstock on Instagram. MARQUEE Bloodstock.
That's the most gangster ass handle I think I've ever heard in my life, bro. But anyway, yo, this is Ramiro. You only gonna see him here. Thanks for tuning in. We got you.